All right, y'all. Welcome y'all to the Reality or Not podcast with your boy Sean, aka DJ Reality, and your boy Brian Quincy from Nothing New Under the Sun. What's good with you, Brian?
Hey, I'm blessed and impressed with the life God gave me. What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm good, man. Feeling good, man. I'm hitting certain goals. My goal is to be under 180 pounds. I'm at 182, so I'm literally busting my ass to be able to get there. So what's good your way?
So damn, the goal is to be at 180, be 180
Be
and
under.
less.
Yep, be
And
under.
how long you gonna keep it? Like, so is it to stay
So
under
the
180 and
goal,
less?
no, look, the goal is to get to maybe like I would say 175 or 170, just so I have like I don't want to be above 180. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
and I ain't got no
Yeah.
problem with 180, but it's kind of like I'm like, well, if I want to stay around 180, 185, I want to get to the 170, 175 and have a little bit of buffer to be able to work with. So
That's what's up. Like I've been working on the workout thing, and that's been man, it feels so much better to when you moving weights and you feel that tension in your body start leaving, and now you ain't as tight when you doing the same reps and stuff. You're like, okay, I'm doing my thing, but I'm making sure I haven't been getting the sleep that I should have got, but that's because I've been on the grind like it's 1999 and I ain't got a dime. So
yeah, look,
but man,
I understand the grind, moving around, man. Like life comes at you fast, man. Like it ain't
oh
easy.
yeah, and then making that time out to get to the workout, and I'm doing these different calisthenic workouts, so it's like it's mad wild. I gotta do this next week. This week coming up, I'm gonna do I downloaded a bunch of videos of workouts that I like. I hate running. I think I talked about that on that podcast before. So they have these other cardio things to do. Burpees is a big one, but like they got these different type of almost dance move burpees that I was like, oh, they look smooth doing it, and I look terrible doing it. So I was like, I got to get
No, you
right.
are look. You always gonna look terrible doing it. Like we at that age where just looking terrible. Look, I recorded this video. I was doing a cardio kickboxing yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I'm in there getting it. Then I looked at the video I pieced together because I always like I record each workout. I pieced the video together. I was like, damn, I don't look as good as I thought I looked while I was doing it. But I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, age comes at you fast, man. Like
no, like this is just more of a like so. This
dog,
is more.
record yourself hooping, nigga. It ain't
Oh no,
look.
I did. I will. It be people at the court doing it, right? And so like
Okay.
that's one of my main focus on why I'm doing this, because like I was like, yo, the footwork is not as great as it used to be. So I got to get my footwork in order.
Yeah.
So I did start running
Mm-hmm.
a little bit,
Okay.
which I was planning on doing this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I got out of bed and got straight to it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, life has been like I got like when I say these videos, these cats is doing it and they're looking smooth. They're like, oh, smooth.
Bro.
And now I'm doing it.
We're outside of that cat. Like we are not in that group no more. I'm telling you, like,
my stuff is wiki. No, some of these cats is older than me, so it's just like
no, but
like,
they older, but they're in a different category. You know what we are, and I say that like I see like I see this video and it's funny like the algorithms how that should be working. It'd be like, oh well, this is my dad starting 30 days ago, and then it'll show him like it'll morph into what he morphed to into 30 days or 60 days or whatever, and I'm like, that ain't it. I'm not like I'll push to get to that level, but nah, I'm not going to be that, you know. But that's the thing though. A lot of people get lost in like, well, they want to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, because it's something to attain, but a lot of people get lost in like I gotta have a six-pack, I gotta have da da da. I was like, no, like focus on health. Like I just want to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? And if a six-pack comes along with that, that's fine. But you know, like, cause you got the all was it was it GLP-1 or all of
Oh, the
the
GM,
yeah, all of the weight stuff and like that. Like, I mean, it was not funny, but you know, I was talking to someone and they were like, yeah, I mean, they couldn't have been no more than like 120, 130 pounds. It's a woman, and they couldn't, and they were talking about like, yeah, I'm looking at getting liposuction. I was like, lipo. I was like you like like what more is there to attain, you know what I'm saying? But it, because sometimes people get lost in, like, it's not for us, it's for you. Like, it's not for I say us as in men. Like, you're not doing this like all of the um eyelashes or the hair and stuff like that. We shit just be clean. That's all. Like that's all we care for. Like, just don't have bad hygiene and brush your teeth and make sure that you're good. Like, we don't be like, yeah, get that, because you be like, oh, you gonna pay for my nails, you gonna pay for my hair. Like, no. Like, no, that's never a thing. Like, but if that's something that you want to do, that's fine. But I mean, when I hear like liposuction and stuff like that, like, I get the whole Ozempic, Zepbound, all that stuff. Like, if you need it, but you know, like, if you if you don't need, like, nobody's asking you to have the perfect, like, just, I mean, because if you have a kid or whatever, like, that shit goes out the window anyway. So, all that being said, I was like, lipo. I was like, I didn't even realize lipo was still in circulation, you know. But it is what it is, man. That shit blew my mind. But how much you trying to cut?
man. Over eventually this by the end of this year, I'm trying to get at least 30 pounds off of me.
Okay.
30 pounds off me, and I want to get under that 200 pounds, but I fluctuate between 235. I was fluctuating between 235 and 235 and 230. So I was like, if I get around the 200-pound mark, I'm like you. 210, I felt like I was I was at like a nice thing. But like, if I get to that 200, that's the goal. So, and in 6 months of this year, the goal is to get to 600 and to feel good about it, right? I don't want to feel like I'm cheating myself, because like my life is good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying,
but that's scary though. Some people's lives are good and they don't, you know, they don't adjust, you know. So that's
but see, like,
cautionary,
like knowing what, like having health and like really understanding what. So we got this topic too, and this kind of play into it. But like knowing, like, with my high blood pressure, I was like, yo, what am I doing in my life that's contributing to this, right? And now, you know, the stress and taking care of everybody and stuff like that, that'll do it to you. But then, like, what am I happy with without being able to be the hero for the family, or be the person that's dependable for everybody, right? And then I thought about it, and I was like, dang, would I be happy if I just moved to like Costa Rica and chilled out for the whole year, and people wouldn't come visit you? You know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, I'm more consumed with my life and my zen and my understanding of what I want to do in this life, right? Like, it's life about the rat race. It's life about, like, you get to ask your questions when you're hitting 50, right? You're like, yo,
yeah,
is life good, or is this
right
what I want from life? Yeah. You like, you did something for 20 years, and you like 20, 25, 30 years. Some of the stuff you like, yo, is this what I picture life being for me? So like, you know, I'm just evaluating.
You got
like
less numbers in front of you than you do behind you.
Yeah. And so then what does that mean to you? Do you feel like putting more work into building a legacy? Do you feel like putting more work into saying, but so I felt like this year, like, I identified that I got some, I had like the health concerns, and not, I say health concerns. I have some things in my health that I want to work on. Not necessarily concerned. I ain't about to die for nobody. Or I'm not, like, I look at how some people look. I was talking to my uncle yesterday, right? Coming to town, talk to my uncle, and Nikita Peavy was there, right? And I was like, hey, Naquita PV, right? And my uncle was like, she was like, I know you, but I don't remember who you is. I was like, it's okay. Like, it was a long time ago. I remember you, and that's all that mattered, right? And she was like, no.
You talking about Naquita? Like, she the one that had the teeth, right?
Yeah. That plays into it, right?
Her sister was fine. Like, was it Tanisha? I can't remember.
I don't remember her sister, but I remember you.
I remember her older sister. Her sister was fine. And I remember, like, she was older than us, but I think she had like maybe. But I just remember like it was one tooth, like that. And I was like, damn, shit, we in the fucking 4th grade and shit. Like, why ain't we going to shit?
So my uncle, he just said, it's Brian Clinton. She's like, yeah, Brian Clinton. It's like, oh, she was like, and she gave me a hug and stuff and whatnot, right?
No, that's dope. No, Naquita was cool, man. Like, I mean,
she been cool.
She been cool. No, she was
like,
cool people.
She had some environmental factors that messed up her teeth and and she never smiled because of it. And so that's kind of what, you know, and she kind of stayed off to her side because people would talk about her on that tip, but she had never.
Kids are assholes, bro. Kids are kids are assholes. Not like kids are assholes in the sense that they didn't like they're still learning, so they're assholes / they're ignorant. And I say ignorant as in they don't understand. Like I didn't us teasing her. You know what I'm saying? First thing that popped in my head was the tooth. And like I said, I mean, I could be considered an asshole for that, but I was like, oh, Naquita with the tooth or whatever. Like that's some asshole shit. And that's literally
you went straight to it too. Like you was like, yo.
Literally from being like 6 or 8 years old, that was my thought. But I'm saying like I said, I not necessarily apologize. I mean, if she watched the podcast, that's cool. But I'm sorry for being able to address it like that. But I'm saying like kids are assholes and rude based off of how we like direct our energy towards people. Because like I said, I mean, I can't think of like stuff with us. I mean, because we were pretty, I want to say normal, but we didn't like, there was nothing that stuck out with us as Brian with the short arm or short.
Yeah, I had the gap.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, we all, you know
what I'm saying? Like, so we had stuff that people could
but people was being assholes based off of like I was like the silver tooth, fucking what's the shit? My name. You know what I'm saying? Being a girl name and stuff like that. Like we look. I remember at one point in time, like, you know, people were like, oh, you got a girl name, blah, blah, blah. I was like, damn shit. At one point in time, I was like, I want to change my name. And I was like, man, fuck y'all niggas. Like, I got to the point, like, it built up something in me. And then, like, when niggas saw when I wasn't even focused on the name, niggas started teasing me for my middle name. I'm like, God, like, nigga, y'all just be reaching this shit. Just want to make me feel inferior in some way. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, kids are assholes. Kids are naturally assholes, and we either mature out of it or we don't. And I mean, that's one of the.
Well, I think some of that is we don't know what hurt feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what it feels to talk about somebody and that hurt that comes with it, right? So I don't know if we understood, and I understood that at a young age with her because like she was self-conscious about it, right? But let me rewind this and go back, right? So Naquita PV, I seen her. My uncle was like, "Yo, that's Brian Clinton." And I was like, he didn't even say his name, but he's like, that's Brian Clinton. And now, where my uncle stays at it's an older people's place, but it's a subsidized rent. It's older people's place, right? And when he was talking to me, because like I said, she forgot who I was. She didn't know who I was, right? She knew me, but she didn't know.
I would not recognize her at all. And shit, nigga, when I was at a pre-class reunion, like nigga, like it was some people that didn't. I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah, and that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want nobody to feel bad about not knowing who I am. So I'm cool with that. And I'm not, I didn't even want to tell her my name, but my uncle was like, yo, that's Brian Clinton. She's like, well, it's been a long time or whatever, right? Now, fast forward. So my uncle's like, you know, people, we older now, and he talks real soft, right? He said, we older now, people be forgetting. I said, she my age. We went to school together. He was like, what? She looks so much older. It's like,
we age different, bro. Like,
yes,
like people like, oh, you still kind of look the same. That I was like, okay, but I mean, not to say that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when I see you, like Brian, you know, I'm like, you look the same. Like, it's not too much, you know, different between, you know, 18. I mean, maybe, you know, like we all, you know, age with weight, stuff like that, you know, but outside of that, like you still look the same. Like it's not like I would, you know, see you. I mean, we family, but it's not like I would see you and I would not like we admirers or something like that. I'm like, I don't need that. That look like Brian. Like, not like it's never that. But you know, some other people like. I mean, like I would literally when we were in the at the class reunion, it was some people I'm like, I don't know who that nigga is. like I literally don't. No, it was. I ain't gonna say the nigga name because like the nigga looked down bad. But I saw the nigga. I'm like at the picnic that was on Sunday. I was like, damn, that's that nigga. You know, I was like, who's? I was like, that's what. I was like, damn, life. Like, like he like. It looked like, I mean, not to say he was on shit or whatever, but like I was like, damn, I was like, that's that nigga, you know. But you know, it look sometimes like it comes at you fast, man. Like I appreciate like the fact that I'm like, okay, well, let me try to maintain my health. Let me try to do more things that like I said, I don't tell everybody like, hey, you gotta do all of these things, but at the same time, like I just want to be healthy so I can live longer. Like I always like, hey, you got less summers in front of you than you do behind you. Like, yo, I want to make sure that I'm doing the things to be able to have a health, because people are dying around us, man. Like people are dying. Like we getting to the point now at our big ages that niggas are dying younger than us. You know, like, and that's just crazy. Like I'm okay with the old niggas dying, but like, I'm like, God damn, shit, nigga, you 43 and shit, like it died, like,
man, that's
like I want to know what happened, you know. So,
hey, but that's a weird shit, right? That's a weird shit because like we had a homeboy that we grew up with pass away, right? And I kind of was like, yo, what happened to the nigga? You know what I'm saying? But you want to ask. But you can't ask because it seemed rude. You know what I'm saying?
No, black people, man, we got so many we got so many rules. We got so many unwritten rules of things that we can say and not say and what's offensive and not offensive. I'm like, yo, how that nigga die? Like, I really want to know so I can avoid that situation. I want to be able to prepare myself to make sure I don't die like
don't
that
you
nigga.
Sound kind of asshole-ish and be like, yo, I don't want to die like that nigga.
I would rather sound like an asshole than to die. Like, you know, like that's about it. Like people get this shit lost and think like, oh well, like you need too many questions or you need too many answers. That are like, yo, I need to know so I don't like put myself like, because we got family members and stuff like that passed way, like I want to say way ahead of time, but you know, like I want to like it was funny. So the colon what do you call it, colonoscopy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is like oh why, like it was one ad post or something. It's like, well, why did you do the like I wouldn't tell everybody I got a colon. I was like, yo, like is this supposed to be gay? Like what the, I can't make sure that I'm clear of colon cancer, prostate cancer, and all that stuff like that. It was like, it's like, but they were literally, I wouldn't post about that. I was like, no, I'm posting out of it out of fun, you know, like even like Instagram or whatever. I posted like my ass. I'm like, good. Like I'm happy. I'm excited. You know, people are like, oh man, oh I can't believe you posted that. I was like, yeah, I'm like, it ain't like I'm showing all. I mean, I did send the video to family like of all the ads, but like Aunt Alice and mom, all that shit. But I'm just saying, like, these are things that we should be proud of. Like, we're clear. Like, I mean, we got a friend that has been going through it, you know, like, and we want him to be, you know, clear as well, you know. So it's just one of them things like, yes, like I ain't got to go back for 10 years, like health is very important to me. Like I go to when I was telling you said you was dealing with whatever, I was like, no, shit, insurance, no insurance, nigga, go and get that shit checked out if you can, because we like, nigga, we are dying. Like I don't want your ass to be like, what's it called, sepsis or whatever. Like you mess around and have something in your motherfucking hand and you don't even realize it. And your ass end up like, oh yeah, I died from motherfucking hooping and shit. Like no, I want a nigga to die off of some shit that we could have taken
some shit
care of.
that could
Like
be avoided, right? So,
yeah.
and then going back to the whole point of it, it's like, so the health aspect is like, I still want to, like, I got grandkids, so like I still enjoy like going to the jump park and being able to get in through some of these obstacle courses and stuff like that. I have nostalgia of saying, hey, like I want to be able to do the Ninja Warrior type course and stuff like that. So like that's a quality of life thing for me that I still want to be able to say, hey, I enjoy playing basketball. When I feel like my feet won't move when I want them to move and stuff like that, I feel like, hey, it's time. It might be time for me to hang up basketball, and then what do I enjoy, right? So, I being a grown man, and that's just how I'm feeling about being grown. Like I want to be able to make sure I'm living life on my terms, right? So I'm gonna ask you the question: When did you know you were grown, and what does that what did it look like, and how did it feel to you?
Okay, so it's levels to the shit, right? And honestly, I felt that I grew up because we grew up a certain way, right? And I say we grew up very. I look back at it. I'm like, we grew up hard, and people say, well, you were spoiled, and I was like, no, like I worked for every fucking thing that I had. Like I've had a job, shit, since 7th grade. I it was never mom was just. We had food stamps and stuff like that, so we always had food in the crib, but it was never nigga, I remember, was it 6th grade? I think that was like 5th grade when me and you we rode our bikes.
McDonald's.
Yeah. We was like, yeah, we go get breakfast, motherfucking shit. Like, cause we had
No,
some
we were
like,
saying we was getting McDonald's for
yeah.
like tell the story. We was getting McDonald's for lunch because our parents, one
No,
of the
no, no, no,
parents
no,
that
no.
would go,
This was Burger King. We ended up at Burger King.
yeah, on
Yeah.
Apple, but we
Yeah.
went to go get our lunch for school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember? Because
Yeah.
and why did we do that? Because our parents wouldn't bring us lunch.
Yeah. We didn't
Like
we didn't have
somebody
it.
was getting McDonald's and stuff for I think Hicks was getting McDonald's and shit for lunch. And like we didn't have that. Like
Yeah, we
and I
were
think your
so
mom worked second
excited.
shift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, we were so
And she
excited to have $4 in our pocket to go get some food in the morning. Like, nigga, and it's stuff like that I like. It's moments like that I'm like, okay, we grown. Like, not necessarily we grown in 5th grade or whatever age we were, but it's like we wanted to. This is why I say my first like experience of being grown was, no, I want to take my money and do what I want to do with it. And that's how I consider myself grown. I'm like, oh well, I want to be able to buy, like, say, if I started DJing. Like that was one moment that I can specifically say, you know what, this is me choosing a career and not realizing that it was going to be a career, but like, you know what, I'm just going to do that. But to pivot back to, that experience with us going to go grab breakfast in that morning, I was like, yo, because we wanted Skrill's, but we couldn't get Skrill's because they don't open till 5. You know what I'm saying? that was really the whole, like, we was like, well, we could do that. But all that being said, we were like, that was us being more like taking ownership of who we are as a person. I want to say that's grown. That's being more mature to say, okay, this is what I want to do. And in that moment, that was one of the triggers that I saw myself being a part of, that I considered being like within a grown space. But like directly, like being grown, hell, look, I tell people all like when I went to college, my mom gave me $20 and literally was like, figure it out. Like, drop me off at the dorm. I was like, Mom, like, this wasn't like I had a debit. Nigga, I didn't have a bank account. You know, like, nigga, like it was whatever's in my pocket was the money that I had. And I'm saying it like when I got that $20, like it was $20 until Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a job. I didn't, you know, I had worked at Imperial Sports before I went to school. So I was looking at I ended up working at Imperial Sports while I was at school, end up there. But all the men said, like, I had $20 and I had to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? That's when the biggest grown moment came. And I remember like being like, because I told my mom, I was like, well, they don't give us food. Like we had the calf food, whatever, all the way through the week. But then on Sundays, they stopped the calf at 2:00. So it was like I had to figure out what I was going to eat after 2 p.m. So I was stealing, like, well, not stealing, but I was taking food from the calf. Hell, nigga, I would go like Yaya Chicken is one of my favorite. Like, it's still like sticks out to me. But cool. Yaya Chicken is one of my favorite places. But I would go to Yaya's on the when they about to throw out the food, and I would buy like what they was about to throw out for the day. I would buy it for like $5 because they couldn't reuse it for the next day. I literally had to figure out ways to be able to make it work. So it like I would say probably I was like in college, like at 18, that's when I had to necessarily grow up. But then, there was bills that came around with renting the house or renting the apartment and stuff like that I felt more so grown as well. What about you?
Oh man, like I also feel like I've been grown for a long time. I feel like I was grown and I would say in junior and middle school because I used to take care of me. And when I say take care of me, like I bought, like, one of the things that my mom taught me is whatever I can do to help myself would help her, right? So I was buying my own food. I was buying my own clothes. Like when I got my first like summer job, like where I got a check and it wasn't hustling, slinging newspapers. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really getting no money off of that shit.
Nah, but, nigga, nobody. Look. I remember I took my last check off of my paper route, and I went like I was like, man, fuck y'all niggas. Like I ordered
taking mine off top.
Look, nigga, I literally 1-800-826-2205, motherfucking East Bay. Nigga, I ordered me my K-Swiss Gustas, and that was like my first shit ever. Like, I literally was like, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all ain't paying a young nigga. Like, I'm in the fucking 7th grade trying to get bread off, like trying to sling these newspapers. And y'all niggas ain't paying me on a regular basis. I'm like, yo, like, I'm delivering your newspapers.
And I want to bring that back because I did your paper route a few weeks when you was out of town or whatever, right? It was snowing. It was like I had a sled. You had 2 routes, nigga. Like I remember, I was like, I had to get I had my sled walking through the stuff because I was like, yo, you get to the whatchamacallit, and people like their papers, whatever the way they like their papers. So like you have to fold them up or whatever. And but I remember, and people don't know what that is. That's getting up every day of the week. Like on the weekends, you had to get up early, especially Saturday's papers.
Saturdays had to be there. Like I had to start the route at 6:00 in the morning. Like that shit was terrible.
Yeah. And so,
but I love it because of what it built in me. Like now I'm like, oh, let's record this paper. Let's record this podcast at 6:00 in the morning. 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Because stuff that got to get done has to get done. So like, so I can say that's when I felt like I was grown. When I know I was really grown was when people started depending on me, started calling me, like grown people started calling me, asking me what I felt like and what I could, like, if I could help them and stuff. And I was like, yo, you twice my age and you calling me like actually taking care of my dad one time when he was on some nonsense, and I was like, dude, you ain't ate, you ain't like your house in shambles. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like when I was like, yo, if I like, he was standing over there on Isabella, and I roll over there and I'm like, dog, what's going on? Like you, this ain't how we live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's when I was like, dang, that's I'm the parent. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to get these cats in shape. And I told on this podcast before, like my mom is 15 years older than me. So there's some strengths that I had that she didn't have. Like I was really good in math. I'm still really good in math. I said I was, but I could do stuff in my head really good. And so being able to help her with her finances, being able to say, hey, look, Mom, this is an investment. This is just you spending money. And like, and I'm doing this in high school. I ran multiple businesses in high school. Like I said, DJing was the one, cutting hair was the other. You know, and like putting, you could say, when I was putting stereos in people's cars, like that was a hustle, whatever. But that's when I felt like I was grown. But then, like, listening to Tupac, he said, real niggas do what they can do, real niggas do what they want to do, bitch niggas do what they can do. And I was like, that's what it means to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? To be a grown, I say again, grown ass man, right? Gotta use the acronyms. But being a gam is saying, hey, and that's the same way I feel with my life. Cause like I'm like, look, am I living for other people or I'm doing this for me, right? And I'm living my life for me now. So like I can say that I was living my life for me when I was working, trying to help other people. But as you get older, as I've gotten older, I realized that other people will just use the hell out of that. Like because you're responsible and because you want to be in a better place and keep people winning around you, people will just use you as a tool to live their life, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm the tool that runs my life. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had that vision of saying, hey, like life is what I want it to be, and I'm done helping people be the best version of themselves and concentrate on being the best version of just what I want. And that's a real I ain't gonna say a selfish term, but a self-centered term. And
that's cool.
I got that way because of the health thing. Like I was like, yo, like these people trying to stress me, and I'm stressing for what? Like they're gonna live their life after me.
Now listen, the thing about that, it's like finding a balance between helping other people and then helping yourself. It's like when it starts to when it gets blurred where it's hindering you but it's helping others. It's like, okay, I gotta fall back. I can't do it. You know, like my energy, like I'm very big in energy, right? So if I start to feel like the energy isn't there, then I don't fuck with you. Like I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are this most important part of my life. If you start to pull away from who I am as a person or like who I can't do it. But like one of the things that sticks out to me is that it's it's funny. It came from I think it was Madonna or something like that. But she said a phrase like, if you're unwilling to be used, then you're useless. And I was like, damn, like that kind of, if you have no value, then it's like, what's your purpose? So it's like, yeah, I have my value, but at the same time, I'm not going to be used to make me feel, I don't want to say inferior, but to take what I want and make me feel a certain way about myself to make you feel better. Like I could give a shit about that. Like you can feel however you want, but you're not going to impact my energy on how I feel as a person. Like now I'm always willing to give. I'm always willing to try to make the situation better. And like I'm never like if I can make it better, I will. but I'm not going to do that at the sacrifice of who I am as a person. And a lot of people can't, like when you do that, in my opinion, people feel like you're being selfish. Like, I'm not going to, you say, hey, Sean, can you do this? Da da da. I'm like, yeah, I can do this, but as long as it's not hindering who I am as a person, I'm okay with it. But if I got to take if I got to do something to make the situation better, that's going to potentially compromise my values, I'm not going to do it. Like, period. I'm out. I'm not going to compromise myself to make you feel better. Now, look, and that's the thing. I love giving, and I love being a part, like trying to give as much as I can. But when it gets to the point of compromising me as a person, I'm out. Like, you on your own on that one. So
yeah, well, see, like I said, I had to learn. Well, my thing is like I didn't want to say selfish, but self-centered, because like when I think about, and like it's the seepage that I'm talking about. It's like, hey, you think you can go by your auntie house and make sure her yard is cut and stuff like that, and like I didn't even realize that I was applying pressure on myself to make that happen when it wasn't my battle for real. Like that, they got money, they could get their lawn cut, but they want it cut for free because I will. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I turning it from saying like it's not that I love helping people. I love being a part of success, and I think that's what my serial problem is. I want to be a part of people's success. I want people to be a part of my success. When I say that I'm now turning to be not selfish but self-centered, that I'm putting myself in the middle of it, saying that, hey, is it good for me to do this? Is it good for me to take this on? Is it good for me to and like I'm big with you. Like, energy is important to me. And like now my energy is like, is it worth it? Do I care? Like, now I ask the questions like,
yeah.
what's the end result? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to. And the other topic that we had was how do you discover what, like, deal with noise in your life, and how you deal with it, right? So I want to ask you, because you was kind of telling it without giving us a real formal answer, but how do you separate the noise from life, and then because if you protect your energy, how do you separate noise from life?
Woo. That's a lot to unpack. And I say that as in, this goes to to the original, or like one of the original topics of being grown. And it's just really like, I'll say it from the grown standpoint, being able to look at things in a different way than what you looked at them when you were younger. And when I first, like, if you come to me, you be like, Sean, I need help with this. My first thought is, okay, let's figure it out. Let's get it. Let's get it resolved. Now, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, let's assess this. Let's figure out what's the best solution to being able to move forward. Should we go this way? Should we go this way? And this is the grown part of me figuring out how to to answer your question, to cancel the noise. When I scale back and I look at things from a bigger picture, the noise don't really bother me as much. Like, sometimes, like when I'm at work and stuff like that, I catch I catch the quote unquote noise, but I pull back and be like, oh, I don't care.
Like, okay, so describe what the noise.
No, hear me out. No, hear me out. So I'm saying, like, I don't care as in, I am not going to let the noise affect me as much. So when I look at it in a different lens, that now it makes it easier for me to resolve or me to be able to get that solution across. And I'm saying it as in like I'll get something and somebody be like, oh well, we think it should be done this way. And I'm like, well, these are the ways that I think that it makes sense to be done. And they were like, well, let's just go, let's go. I think it should be this way. I'm like, back in the day, I'd be like, but no, blah, 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 blah. Like it should be. Now I'm just like, okay, let's do it your way. Cause I had a manager and this manager just left he left last Friday. Like, and he was like, you know, when you talking to this other person or the manager, blah, 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 he was like, let them do it their way, because when they do it their way, and this is not like specifically just within work in general, like let them do it their way. And if it fails, then it's on them. But now if you got your solution over here and if it fails your way, then now it's on you. You know what I'm saying? So let them cook. If they keep bucking and saying, well, you can't do it, da da da, I want to do it this way. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's not do it my way. Let's do it the way that you're saying. So then now it's on them. And I'm saying that like with the noise, sometimes with the noise, it's like you have so many things that's going on in your life. You just literally got to be able to pinpoint like what matters to you. And when you can't do that, then you're just gonna like I had, you know, it's crazy. I had a friend. It's so sad, but I had a friend that, I mean, they're still a friend, but they you know, they were struggling trying to figure out like, you know, how they're going to deal with their child and stuff like that. And you know, and they finally got the opportunity, like they got the job, da da da, da. And granted, they got the job at Spirit. They got like Spirit Airlines, and they were in training. It was like, yes, I'm finally, you know, getting it together, putting it. And then literally that Friday night, Saturday morning, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I think they said they sent the email like 3 a.m. or something like that, that they were shutting down as a whole.
Operations.
Like literally, you know, and it always reminds me of Antoine Fisher, man. Like that movie really touched me. Like I remember watching that, I was like, damn, like I got it hard. But that nigga got it hard. I remember that nigga was like, the bells keep ringing in my head. I was like, God damn, like I was like shit when he lost his friend and shit. I was like, damn, I was like, I've had some tough situations, but that nigga done went through the ringer. But it's one of them things. It's like I was like, damn, like you just got to figure out what matters to you the most, rather than focusing on the noise that's out there. Because if you try to focus on everything, then you'll never get to where you want to get. Like you'll literally be trying to solve. Like I remember, you know, not working and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, how I'm paying my mortgage, this bill, da, da, da. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Shit. Like, I mean, not that I gave up or anything like that. I was like, that bill ain't gonna get paid. That bill ain't gonna get paid. Da da da. And like I said, not that it was the right way or the wrong way to do it, but shit, I mean, some of the shit got resolved, some of it didn't. I'm like, fuck. So I was like, okay, here's a settlement over here, da da da, like that. And, I mean, I'm talking about like because the financial thing is always a thing. I mean, it's like it's the first thing that sticks out to you, because I mean, me and you, we're accountable. Like I never heard like Brian have a hard time paying a bill or anything like that, you know, or Sean have it. Like we literally like we pay what we owe. It's like almost like the Lannisters. Like I literally believe in like no debt stays out there. Like if I owe you, I got you. Like you ain't got to worry. It might be for 6 months, but I let you know I got you. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of the things like you can only do
what you owe and sign up for what you pay for. Yeah.
Look, you can only do what you can. Go ahead.
But no, so like the other part of that question is like I don't know if people understand what noise means to people. Like you, and that was a great point where you was like, yo, I took it to work, and like these people at work be trying to come with this dumb shit, and I'd be like, yo, I'm not getting on that dumb shit elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like, so noise in my life, I'll be feeling like, again, understanding the noise, understanding, identifying that as noise, right? So, like you said, somebody come up to you and say, hey, Brian, like, I really need a job. I've been trying to do this and that and that. And instead of like I'm at a different point with people now. Like instead of being like, okay, let's figure this out. I'm just like, what you do? Like I really want to know. I really want to gauge what they've done before they even came to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can assess their effort. And that ain't it. Go back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's other stuff that you can try before you come holler at me. Like at first I'd be like, look, let me step you through this, young blood.
I was trying to solve their problem without understanding like what they did as far as the effort. So I'm right along with you. So
yeah, because it's like, hey, people will get you, and they know that you're a doer. And like even at work, when they know that you're a doer, that they'll be like, hey, I'm gonna ride this dude out. Like I had a supervisor. Supervisor. I had a supervisor. This nigga took credit for everything. Like everything. He was like, yeah, I told the boss I did it. I told the boss we did it. I told the boss I did it. And I was like, but I did it. I'm the one who figured it out. I'm the one who said, he was like, I hired you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, right? But got like we did like almost like what you said. So we put up this new mail server, and instead of me saying, hey, I suggest we do this, bop, 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 I was like, hey, what you want me to do? Right? I gave him the opportunity to manage me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, hey, what you want me to do? He's like, hey, just turn it on, open up this port, and then we'll see if we can get it to communicate with the other server, right? So I just do that. I'm good. But to me, I would have did it differently. I would have took the one mail server down and load balanced both of them before I put them in. But not my call. It's him, right?
Yep.
So then mail down 2 days. And like, yo, what's going on? We just bought you this mail server, and you said that it was gonna be better, but we ain't getting mail. At the time, BlackBerry used to have their own RIM mail thing, right? So we had to install the BlackBerry, and so he was like, Brian. So I get invited to the meeting. He was like, can you give an understanding? I said, well, right now we got 2 mail servers basically battling for who get the mail first. And we don't have any priority between the two. So we're gonna have to set up our I think we're gonna have to, I think that's what's really stopping the mail from coming through, right? And then so he said, hey, I want to say his name, but he might listen to the podcast. He was like, why haven't we did what Brian said? And he was like, well, Brian didn't tell me that. So like I didn't like I wasn't thinking about that nature. I was just thinking about it. And so I was like, oh. So now I'm in the room. The CEO,
nah, it's your fault.
No, it's not my fault. It's his fault for not asking me because he asked me, right? I said, well, you never asked me what I thought. You told me. So I was like, I was just doing what you asked me to do. Because now he almost tried to throw the pressure on me, like, hey,
he almost tried to put you under the bus, almost like you did what was asked of me. Like you did what was I did what was asked of you. And that's it. Like, I mean, if I'm telling you, like, that's what I was saying. Like, for the work standpoint, like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to do, then fine. I'll give you the best. I'll give you good advice, and then I'll do exactly what you want me to do because you're going to take accountability for what I did, no matter how you look at it. So,
but that's what I said. You never asked me anything about it. You just told me what to do. So, like, all I did was what you tell. And he was like, you could have said something, and I was like, wait. And we in the meeting with the CEO at this time, and like it's just me, him, and the CEO, right? And he wanted to know like when we think we had this all figure it out and stuff or whatever, right? And I was like this ain't the place we supposed to have this conversation.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
shit.
hey, so I'm gonna get with Brian and we're gonna figure this out in next, you know, I'll give you let you know in the next couple hours, right? But now he trying to apply pressure to me, like, hey, why you ain't say nothing if that's how you felt? I said, this is your first time asking me what I think was going on. I was just saying, it wasn't like you were saying, hey, Brian, let's figure this out. You was telling me what to do, and I was doing what, like, I didn't know I could tell you. You asked me in this meeting, and I say what I feel, I say what I think, and now you feel like I threw you under the bus? No, like
let me say something real quick.
I don't know if that's gonna work either.
Let me say something real quick. I like this is kind of how I just live. The bottom line is, when it's me versus you, not you personally, but I'm saying when it's me versus somebody else, they always go choose themselves. And the problem that I have is that sometimes I choose the other people over me. And I don't think it's necessarily a problem, but I just got to be cautious. And I'm saying in your scenario as well too. Like I just have to be cautious of those people versus me, because like you said, you in the room with the CEO and the other cat or whatever, VP or whatever his role is, and he was literally choosing himself over you, even though you was doing what's best for him of what he expressed to be able to get done. And that's some fuck nigga shit. Like yeah, I'll stand, like me personally, like say for instance, I'm in the reversing the roles and stuff like that, and say I'm in your position, or I was in your position but reversing the role. I'm like, hey, look, we're gonna work on it, we're gonna figure it out, and then we're gonna resolve the problem. Versus like, well, I didn't hear about this. This could have been told to me, blah blah blah. And that's fuck nigga shit. But I feel like it's at different levels of fuck nigga shit. That's why I try to get out of the accountability part, because like I'm not, you're not. So it's funny. So we in a situation right at work, and this was like literally last week or the week before, where somebody was like, oh, well, this is the design I want to have, and we're not going to do the design that we have set up for this next 4 weeks. And I'm like, yo, like, we ain't got no work to do from our team if you switch up the whole design, you know. And then it ended up being, oh, well, because I was like, it was like, you are a blocker. You are literally blocking what we can do, because you're telling us what we already had planned for the past 2 months is not what we want to do, and this is what you have, but you're not handing us the work to be able to get that done. So, and I'm saying that as in a sense that you are a blocker, you know, like, but I let them be the blocker. I'm like, our team is ready. You give us the work, we go do it. You know, so from a sprint or from a work perspective for the next 2-4 weeks, you are the blocker, not the team. The team is ready to work. So, I mean, it's like putting that on the person that's kind of like, hey, we got to do this a certain way, then it's on you. It's not on the team. Now, if you tell us, hey, look, go and do this, because we're ready to go. We're ready to work. You know what I'm saying? So you tell us what to do, or you're driving it, you say, hey, this is the project that we want to. Because, you know, everybody want to be agile. Everybody want to be able to iterate and be able to build. But when you tell us, hey, look, we want to be able to do this, then now we got to come up with design. Now we got to come up with the development and all that stuff. That's going to take another 4 to 6 weeks.
Now we got to have, yeah.
So when you say, hey, I want to have this, I mean, because they backed off and they was like, oh, no, I want, their wording was, oh, no, that was just a concept, and I wanted some of these things put in there. But, like, when we put it on them, you know what I'm saying? It's like they, like, the code, like, it's switched up. But when you put it on our team, it was like, oh, well, no, you guys aren't blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, we ready to go. Whatever you want us to do. Because, dog, this shit is from a work perspective, a life perspective. You tell me, hey, Sean, can you go and do da-da-da? fuck it, let's do it. Shit, I don't hold no like say with your example. You say, hey, go and implement this mail server. All right, cool, fucking shit. I'm gonna go and do it, But don't try to get me in the room and be like, oh well, da 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 da. Like that's fuck nigga shit. Like I am only doing what you asked me to do, So
yeah, and I understood that he was acting like I felt like he thought I had thrown him under the bus, but I thought we was among friends for one, because the CEO was cool. Yeah. But the other thing is that this is you asking me in front of him. So what you want me to say? Like
I'm only gonna answer the correct way. Like I'm not gonna make up shit. Hey, look, this nigga, I don't know. Like, I don't know this nigga, but I was told to implement a mail server, shut down the other one, and go forward. I wouldn't ask my input. No, I wouldn't go that far, but I was like, I was able to implement this. Just based off of the request, and then we want to make sure that did blah 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 to be able for us to move forward. We had some hiccups that happened, and then now we're trying to resolve them now. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
to me, all he had to say was like, "Oh, that's something that we can try now, right? That's something we can try." Because you just asked me. This is the first time you asked me, because you didn't. You. Okay, so if you asked me, if we putting up this mail server, I did what you told me to, but it's your task that you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't asked me for no support, or you ain't asked me what I think. Why do you think why do you think I'm gonna just say, hey, like, I don't want to send you've been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to why would I put some stuff in your head when you ain't asked me, and I don't know what you've tried.
But Brian, you like, from a technical standpoint, like, that's where people have to be cautious of. Like, you tell me, I always use this as an example. You tell me, hey, make sure 2 + 2 = 4. I'm going to make sure 2 + 2 = 4. But if you ask me, hey, make sure 3 + 1 = 4, or 4 + 0 = 4, or 5 ± -1 = 4. Like, okay, cool. I'm thinking about all of those scenarios. But if you only want me to focus on 2 + 2 is 4, then I'm gonna give you 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want me to expand outside of that, that's cool too. But if you want me to stay within that lane to be able to get the work done, I'm gonna do the work. And that's it. Yeah. Like, I'm not thinking about all the extra scenarios based off, like, you're telling me the work to do. I'm going to do the work based off of what you asked, because that's it. Like, that's my job. My job isn't to think of all of the scenarios based off. Now, if I can come up with a concept that makes my work easier, you say, hey, if we do it like this, then this will make it a little bit better. Then yeah, I can offer that advice, but I can't offer advice based off of your direct expectations of what you want to have implemented. Like, no, we don't do that.
If you just tell me, hey, Brian, I'm struggling doing this, what you think I could do? Or like, what do you think? Like, if we in a room together and you saying, hey, this ain't working, like, do you know anything that and you tell me what you've done? Like, I don't even know what you did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just did what you asked me to do, and not anything extra, because I don't want to be the cause of it not working, right? This ain't something I had did before, but I digress. I still trying to figure out, like, the noise, and identifying the noise to me is more important than even knowing how to cancel it. Because, like, noise can creep in. It's like scope creep, right? In life, noise can be like, hey, I need help cleaning out my mom's basement. And you be like, okay, what am I walking into? You know what I'm saying? Like it's some things that you be like, yo, like, oh, hey, Evelyn called me. Where my stuff at? That's noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I came to help. I came to get done. I'm not here for the being in between family members. You know what I'm saying? So identifying noise is the important thing to me, and then dealing with it is like, and then, like,
I remove it. I can't fuck with noise. Like noise just it it's just like I'm trying to think of a great example. And I would think that you brought up like cleaning that motherfucking house. Like, but like noise to me is like noise is a form of distraction for me, right? So, and I say that as in like you're not going to like when somebody will say, "Oh well, you don't have to work out as much, or you ain't got to do da da da." I was like, no, my discipline keeps me because nobody's paying for this house, nobody's paying for that car, nobody's paying like no one like when you become as much of like that noise or that distraction that impacts me as a whole. Like noise can be, me and you recording a podcast. Like, oh well, like you ain't got to record that. Like, no, like I want to record with my cousin. Like, or I want to record with Sydney, or I want to record whatever. Like these are things that it's noise in a sense that like I consider us recording or us talking as therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? So when you become a noise to the things that makes my life easier, then I have to remove it. And it could be harsh or it can be subtle. It just depends on how you take it. Like I'm like, nah, I
It
ain't.
depends on
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna fuck up the shit that I have going on. Like not just, I mean, not people in general, but I mean, stuff comes up all the time. But it's easy for me to have a conversation with you, right? But
yeah.
like I mean, this is kind of a terrible example, but as noise. But no, I'm saying like my dog is like in the room next door, right? But like whenever I record, right, I put her in the further room just to make sure that because my dog starts howling when the siren goes by. Like so, like us talking and the fucking dog is just like. Like get fuck up shit. Like, they gonna fuck up. I mean, I'm just saying like that. That's probably a terrible example, but it's one of those things that it could impact how I record the converse or how we have our conversations, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that could be people, that could be money,
Environment.
etc. Like,
It can be environment. It can be like because noise is like it happened today. Like when stuff ain't going the way you want to, and you start saying, "Okay, let me clean this up," and I say, I'll define noise as something that doesn't fall within your goals, and it distracts you from getting your goals accomplished. So that's what I'm gonna define as noise, right?
Yeah.
And there is some noise that becomes a part that helps you better define what your goal is, because like he was like, oh, that's noise. It doesn't help me with my goals. But then he was like, okay, after you find out that it's really not, after you find out that it's something that can, like being on this podcast, like I said, it's therapeutic. I could have said, hey, like it doesn't match up with my schedule. It's noise. But getting here and actually articulating my thoughts and saying, hey, look, I got jbscoffees.com all ready to go, right? And if y'all want to, y'all can go and sign up for updates that'll help me out.
Yeah, free
right?
Promotion.
But
yeah, it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing but a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And a lot of people don't understand. Like if I can have a conversation with you and like you say the noise and blah blah blah, like that conversation, it costs you nothing. And I say that as in like, I mean, like you said, it could be noise, but it's like how do you make it, or how do you define if it's noise or not noise? Like the noise I get impacted by is when I want to say haters, but it feels like one thing that's noise for me is unsolicited advice.
That's what I was thinking you was say.
Yeah,
because I was like, yo, you kind of talked about this before, but yeah, like
no, bro, like why? Like you asked me, like I feel like when we, like you say, hey, I'm trying to figure this out. Can you help me? or do you have any input on this? Then, and I, don't get me wrong, like I'm okay with unsolicited advice. I'm not okay with you getting offended by me not taking your advice. That's the problem that I have. Like, you know, when people tell you, oh, you should do that, I was like, listen, most of the time when I bring up stuff to people, I've already, like, maybe I'm just a different kind of animal, but, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back on that, but I tend to overthink how to resolve something, right? And so and I say overthink as in I'm thinking of all scenarios, and I may mention it in passing, but like it's almost like, say for instance, I'm looking for a job, right? I don't need somebody to say, check out LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you should check out LinkedIn. And maybe like that shit like bothers the fuck out of me. I'm like, yo, like, all right, Captain Obvious. Like, I mean, like, and I go automatically into asshole mode. Like, and it's not like I intentionally do it, but it's like, bro, like, why are you offering me advice that I'm already, and it's not like I'm telling you that I'm looking, you know, like for like to continue my career, da da da. So when you go into the, oh well, maybe you should check out LinkedIn. I know that a lot of people have success. I was like, yeah, nigga, I know. Like I put it like this. I wouldn't offer that advice to somebody unless I feel like they're, I want to say inadequate, but like say for instance, like you say, hey, look, I'm looking for a job. I'm like, well, I'll be like, let me check out some stuff. My guy might be having some. Let me here's a link. Da, da, da. I wouldn't tell you the most ambiguous way to be able to look for a job. Nigga, I know like we got Career Builder. We niggas ain't really using it like that anymore, but you got Monster and all these shits or whatever. But like don't tell me, don't tell me to go to these platforms or whatever unless like you feel like I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm doing the things that make sense. So back to unsolicited advice, it's like, yo, I don't like, okay, cool, you know, but don't get offended that like I feel like a lot of people get offended when I don't, I already have a way of thinking of the way, and my career has been cool. You know what I'm saying? I never said, hey, I need da da da. Like I'm out here struggling, da 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 da. Like I struggle. I mean, it may not be a good thing, but like I struggle within myself to be able to figure those things out. Where like I don't need the advice to figure out my career or how I'm gonna do this, da 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 da. Like I'm trying to, like when I'm around other people, I'm trying to capture energy from them, and if they're not an energetic, if they don't have that coming off them, then I really don't fuck with them because they just you're not like I get on, like I tell you, I mean I don't want to harp on this, but I get on my mom, like I can't, like my mom be negative she's been way better at this like recently, but she would be negative every time I talk to her. I'm like, okay, well I can't keep that energy, that negative energy around me on a regular basis, because then I'm out here like treating people the wrong way based off of the energy that I'm getting from somebody that I communicate. Like I talk to my mom like damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? So and if it's not every yeah. I call like I just touch base with, like I had to like now it's every other day just because of the negative part. But I used to like it was every day that I would talk to her, and even if it's just like kind of a short 2-minute talk, like I would literally call her just to be like, hey, what's up, what's good, like everything cool, blah blah blah. Okay, cool, all right, well you got some food stamps through, cool, all right, well do what you got, like it keep moving, you know what I'm saying? But but all that being said, people don't understand that, like you can only like don't come to me with the same problem in the same conversation. I mean, in 2 or 3 conversations. Like, how are you resolving the problem? Like, I don't want to get to the point of trying to solve it for you. So I try not to be that offering the unsolicited advice. But if you ask me for advice, then I'll give it. But I don't like people asking or telling me what. I mean, nigga, I'm 49 years. Like, I don't like people telling me how to solve my problem, and I'm not asking you to solve it for me. And people just don't understand. Like, people and it's nothing. Like, I feel like it's a gift and a curse. Like, people automatically feel like, I don't want to say people, because I told you we can't say all, we can't say none. Some people feel like they need to solve your problem, and I'm not asking you to solve it. I'm telling you what I'm dealing with, and I'm solving it on my own, and go from there. Like, I'm not asking.
That's a tricky slope, because like women do this often, right? They tell you their problem and just be like, I just wanted you to listen. I'm terrible at that. I'm an engineer. I am a troubleshooter. Like, if you have a problem and you trying to tell me, I'm trying to solve it, because I figure two heads is better than one. You know what I'm saying?
But you
and if you just don't complain about a problem and not fix it, I want to hear about it.
look. So yes and no, and I say that as in, sometimes you just got to be willing to listen and not offer the solution. But at the same time, I don't want to hear about your problem and you ain't trying to fix it. So
know your audience. I say to that, know your audience, because if you know somebody is a fixer, somebody wants to help you, and somebody wants to support you, and you telling them about your problem, it's just like people be like, "Hey, well, I ain't asked you to do that. I ain't asked you. Like, you tell me you hungry, and I didn't mess around and bought you some groceries and have them sent to your house, and then you mad, and I said, I hooked you up. I bought you some groceries when you was hungry. Oh, you bringing that up? Hey, wait.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at it like this, right? Like, the energy, it's weird, right? Because, like I said, you want to be able to help people, right? But sometimes people only, it's tricky. Like, they want your help, or they want you to listen. They kind of want your help, but everybody, you can't help everybody. And I say that as in, like I was telling you, like, even from mentoring standpoint, right? Some people are comfortable where they are. They don't want to, they're not ready for what they have the potential to be. And it's tricky because like look at us, right? Like, it's not too many positions, right, at where we're at career-wise that we would look under six figures, unless it was kind of like I need to get this while I, like, temporarily. But it's not really too many situations where, I mean, I damn near scoff at niggas saying below like 70 per hour on W2, like, as an example. Like, I'm like, nigga, no. But when you're in scenarios where you have to take it, I get it. But like, I'm like, nigga, like, what are you talking about? But for somebody to hear 70 per hour, or hell, if some people can hear 40 or 50 per hour and they're like, that's the best opportunity ever, but they may not even be ready for it. And that's just like, kind of like, because they're used to 15 to 20 per hour. Like, they're not even like, I was ready to punch our little cousin the other day because I was talking to her, and I'm like, hey, look.
China?
I wasn't gonna say a name, but yes.
Oh.
No, because look,
you're telling me about that.
No. I mean, so we talking about my cousin China, little cousin China. I love her to death. It's like, she's probably one of my favorite cousins, just because she's so innocent, and like, it's like the same with L too, right? And
she's trying. I think that she's innocent, and she has some success. You know what I'm saying? She has success. I see her successes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just, to me, and like I don't talk to China often. I just see her, post stuff on. I see her working through stuff and actually going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen her be a basketball coach. I seen her win some stuff. I seen her developing stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's actually doing stuff, not just talking about
I don't know what happened. Looked like
it.
it disconnected for a second. What were you saying
Uh,
about
no, I
China?
said China's actively doing something, right? She's actively getting like I see her as not just like sitting around and waiting for life to happen to her. I see her as being like I see her coaching, I see her developing plans and actually like doing stuff. So that the one thing that I would say about China is like she's not one of the cousins that I'd be like, oh,
Oh no,
a poop truck.
China's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
grinder. No, China
Yeah,
busts her
yeah.
ass. I'll say this: the thing that like upset me, and like I said, I got to scale back. This is a direct example of scaling back of somebody being ready or not ready for a situation, right? So I'll go give a whole details of the situation. Like it was a fellowship that was, and I didn't think about it. I need to send it to L too, but it was a fellowship that was being offered. It's a year fellowship, and within that fellowship, it pays you $87,000 a year. Like I said, I'm not going to mention her numbers, but it pays you $87,000 a year. It teaches you. It's for a nonprofit, and it teaches you. It gets you involved within AI or what's coming up within the nonprofit space. And I sent it over to her, and I was like, and I actually sent it to Uncle Mark, Erica. I sent it to her as well. And it was zero. I think it said 0 to 2 years experience, blah blah blah. And I'm explaining it to her. Or I'm not explaining it to her, but I sent her all of the details, and it was like, well, it was like I feel like sometimes people operate from a pessimistic side versus and I'm an extreme optimist or whatever. Like I'm just like you can almost attribute it to me being potentially gullible. And I say it like I always look at the positive, and of course there's gonna be negatives in it, and I will evaluate that part, but I'm always trying to focus on the positive of being able to get something out of something. So in a sense, I'm like, oh shoot, she makes this amount, this can increase her this amount, blah blah blah. Is a significant bump into where she's currently at. And then it was kind of like, well, is this real? I'm like, I mean, you can apply for it, and and if it's not real, then you ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like you have to follow. It wasn't a pyramid scheme or anything like that. It wasn't telling you like, oh, you got to put this person on. I remember, what was that shit? I forgot the name. Amway.
You talking about
You know,
Lewis? Lewis with
yeah,
Amway?
that nigga was trying to get us to do Amway and shit. I was like, nigga, like, no, I'm not doing that shit. But all that being said, it was just like, yo, like, if you want to be able to, it was like I got asked so many questions. I was like, yo, this is a job posting. Like nigga, like I don't have the answer. And then it got the questions are starting to get like slightly disrespectful. Like it's like, is this your company? I was like, yo, I'm not doing this for me. Like, because the thing is, it's the gift and the curse of being able to try to put people on versus things. Like I'm literally trying to tell you, here's the opportunity. I'm not telling you here's the job or here's what you got to do. You have to apply. You got to do all of the things. And then I was like, because one of the questions, I'm like, it's like, yo, I gotta. One of the questions or one of the responses was, after fill like these essays out, blah blah blah. I was like, do that shit in ChatGPT. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you have to fill out an application, and those are the questions that you're asking me. Like it pays. I don't want to say the number. It pays a significant amount than what you're making right now. Yeah, but all that being said, I'm like, yo, this is making significantly more than what you're making. Then she was like, well, are they gonna like I don't want to get scammed or blah blah blah. I was like, yo, you ain't got shit.
Yeah, what's the worst they're gonna do? That'll mind you. And
Yeah,
then I
like,
said, like when people say, but here's the real cost of the people that be trying to, like, again, you're solving a problem that you're trying to solve a problem in her life that she might not have seen, right?
yeah.
But here's the thing: do I want it more than you want it? And that's one of the questions that I ask people now
And that's what it was
before I
getting
get
to.
involved.
I was like, man, fuck you. Like, I ain't about to sit up here trying to put you on to another opportunity. Like, I'm literally trying to give you the keys to the game. And like I mean, I love it to death, but you know,
I'm literally giving you inside information.
yeah, like I got sent this, and they were like, "Well, you know, like we applying for." I was like, "Yo, it's not enough people applying for it." And she was like, "Well, you know, what about the 2 years experience?" I was like, "Yo, what you don't understand is your experience doesn't fit into this. So you don't have no experience in this AI space. You're a coach, you're doing all of the stuff within the school, you're a director, etc. Like you don't have this experience." I was like, "Yo, don't talk yourself out of it. Apply for it. It don't happen. Yeah, cool. Keep it moving. You know, like
Yeah.
I can only show you. I can only show you the way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't choose that way, that's fine. Like go your own path. But you know, like shit. I mean, I'm looking at it like, bro. Like if I had somebody in my like, and I was in that position, like nigga, I remember like I get sent a job, whatever. They were like, oh well, hey, you know, here's a referral link, nigga. Like I am applying for that shit within minutes. Like unless I'm in the middle of something, and I could like I will like if I got sent that shit at motherfucking 8 o'clock in the morning, like I'm like, and I don't have anything. Like I would be done with that shit by like 8:15, 8:30, nigga. And this is where look, this is the thing with people, man. And like I'm a like you could be on both sides of the spectrum. And I'm saying it as in I remember applying for a job, or I remember I was looking at working for Microsoft, and I hit this chick up, and I was like, hey, you know, she was a recruiter she doesn't work for me anymore, but she was a recruiter for Microsoft. And I don't know, I think I might have talked about this podcast. I can't remember, but she was a recruiter for Microsoft. And mind you, our cousin worked for Microsoft too. And she ended up, you know, looking out, but I didn't realize she worked for Microsoft until, you know, further down the line. But I reached out to this one chick specifically because she was a recruiter, or she worked in HR. And I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at applying for this. She's like, well, you know, you need this, da, da, da. I was like, okay, cool. Boom. Here you go. She's like, well, you know, did you just, I was like, yo, like, cause she asked me for like a cover letter. I was like, nigga, a cover letter. Like, I was like, okay, all right, well, shit. Give me like I ended up creating a cover letter, like within like drove it through, like AI driven, da da da, like just pulled it from a resume. Here go a cover letter. She's like, okay, cool. Well, give me some time. And you know, she didn't submit me. You know, I reached out to my boy, and this dude was having surgery. I think it was like Monday or two. Like I reached out to him Sunday night, and he was like, all right, well, give me some time. Like I reached out to him, like it was literally a Sunday night. He's like, give me some time. I'll submit it in the morning, Monday morning. But it's like he's like, I gotta prep for my surgery, blah, blah, blah. But I'll get you in by like Monday, like the next day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like when you got like, and that's where you got to understand the people that's like, that's for you, then the people that's like, I want to say against you. Like, cause I mean, I don't think she was the op or anything like that, but at the same time, she didn't have as much of an urgency to help me as I was expecting, because, you know, to submit me for a job, like you're literally just send out the referral link, blah blah blah.
Well,
You
see,
do the. I'm doing the
I
rest.
look at people. I look at people as three things. People that's for you. Those are advocates. Those are people that's doing stuff for you. One is the whatevers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's cool. I got you. Like, it's more like what like I'm not doing you no favors, but I at least do my jobs. And it's the other ones that's fucking right. Them the people that's like, yo, I am actively not supporting you or what you're going through, right?
I
Those are the
feel like
levels
she
of
was.
people that I
I
be
feel like
seeing.
she was closer to that, but she was more the second one that you mentioned. But I feel like she was real close to that one. I'm like, yo, like why, like did I do something to you? Like, what
She's
Corrupt
on the
said?
edge of
Did
whatever
I
and
do
fuck
something
you.
to you? Did I fuck your hoes on your own TV rapping like you knew me and know me? But you don't like it's like damn, like shit. What I do to you? Type of shit. But and I push for people all the time. That's the sad part. Like that's where I kind of struggle with that. It's
And
like
see,
like
and then yeah,
go
because
ahead.
you're imposing your values on somebody else, and they
Yeah,
might not be that person, right? And so like
yeah,
finding somebody else that's like you is like the world working for you, right? Because like
yeah,
you'd be like, yo, I get this nigga. This nigga against me. Like,
yeah. Yeah. No, and that's all I fuck with you and I fuck with Eddie, you know what I'm saying? And like y'all literally are people that like I know like there's no like you be like, man, Sean be doing some crazy like blah blah blah. But at the same time, like I know that you're not the op. You're not like you I don't have to worry about like if I say Brian, like you work for this company, da da da. I don't have to be like, well, did he really submit it or did he like literally my guy that like I went to school with and stuff like that. This nigga was having full out health like a surgery and was like, I got you tomorrow morning. I sent this to him Sunday. I wasn't even expecting him to get like he sent me the stuff by like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I'm submitted. But I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas I had to go through the ringer with the other person that didn't even submit me. Was finding reasons why to not submit me. Like, I was like, yo, who the fuck has a cover letter, you know what I'm saying, in 2026 or 2025? But at the same time, I did the due diligence and did what she was asking for. But I was like, yo, why do you got me going through a ringer through your expectations? Like, these are your expectations. These aren't the job's requirements. Like, I like, it's no job I can think of in the past 10, 15 years that I've applied to that I put a cover letter on there for. And
I've been putting some cover letters on there just to kind of customize. Yeah, but I digress.
Look, I have an intro. No, I have an intro that's essentially a cover letter on my resume. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
do you change it per job? Because it's like, hey,
it depends. Most of the jobs I was applying for at that point in time was like Salesforce driven. So it's not like I got to change it too much. Like when you kind of just focus on what you're doing. So it's not like I had to like I don't change my resume that often, or like the title statement is like because it's literally like, yo, he's like, hey, this is a leader within the industry that's worked within this space for the past 15 years. That's been focused on cross-functional teams, implementations, development, etc. So it's not like it's very ambiguous to the point that I don't have to change it that often. Like I may change some of my bullet points on my resume, but it's not like I got to change that part that often because it's just like, oh, he's a consummate leader, like just running off a bunch of verbiage that motherfuckers like to hear. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of shit that motherfuckers like to hear and shit like that. Like I don't like that part never changed, but like within the resume,
we're trying to get rid of fluff, right? We're really trying to streamline stuff to really just only pull the stuff that we really need. People got like short attention span, so that
like just hey, look, I do Salesforce. Hey, I do product management. Hey, I do leadership. Blah blah blah, and then keep it moving. Like, because the bottom line is when somebody want to hire you, like it's just based off of their faith in you and how you are as a person. They don't care about like nigga. Any job is doable. Nigga, like it's just their faith in you. Like, and that's what I was trying to explain to China. I'm like, yo, like if you can do it, like apply for it. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
but
telling
certain
you
people cut themselves out of the situation before they even get into it because they like,
you ain't even
hey,
applied. Like
yeah,
you haven't
but you
like
know,
you ain't got the job yet. Like I ain't telling you like, and that's the problem that I feel like some people have is like yo, do I think I'm good? Look, nigga, like every position I've been in, like I probably not to say I shouldn't have been in, but every position I've been put in is I've been given trust to be able to do something that I barely have any, not want to say barely any knowledge, but like I have zero experience within that company to be able to do that, whatever you want me to do. But they trust me to be able to get that shit done. And a lot of people
yeah,
can't really like a lot of people are scared to take that leap to be like, yo, like I don't feel fully confident. I feel fully confident in who I am as a person to be able to get shit done. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, say for my
there's
current
very
job,
few roles that you get in and feel like you're over your head with. Like
look,
you lied on your.
look, the current job I'm in right now, like, I mean, I didn't know pricing before. Like, I was never a part of pricing, but now I'm focused on pricing. I'm away from, like, in a sense, Salesforce, which is extremely, that's a whole job shift in general. But I'm confident in myself to be able to be dope at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well,
Yeah.
let me look at this shit a little bit longer. Let me, uh figure out different ways to, be able to get shit done. Like I know how to get shit done, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to learn that lane. And I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good at it. But it's just interesting that people are afraid to take that leap to even apply. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing that was bothering me about. I'm like, yo, it
Yeah.
says
And
zero experience.
I ain't pulling nobody's teeth to help their life better, make their life better. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like
it says
it's
zero experience on that shit. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
like it says zero. Like if
yeah,
it said, hey, you had to come in, because I look, that shit used to piss me off as far as entry level position. I'm like, yo, it's entry level. What the fuck? Like, like that's literally a trust thing. Like, why are you not hiring me on some entry level shit? Like when I came out of college and da da da, nigga. That's why I just went on. I was like, fuck it, shit. I'm making great money DJing. Fuck y'all niggas. Like I'm clearing a nice bag. I'm clearing $2,000-3,000 a week. Like on some DJ shit. Like nigga, I'm damn near six figures just on some DJ shit. So fuck what y'all talking about. Ford, GM, all y'all niggas. Like nigga, I'm getting my bag. Shit,
and
nigga.
you actually seeing the money. You ain't getting taxed before you got it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get out of here, man. I'm gonna get my last little minute speech and let people go. But
all right, let's go.
knowing what
What's your take? How you feel? Like how do you go ahead?
identify noise. Well, so growing up and identifying noise in your life can help you give your life a better meaning. So if anything you get from this podcast, understand what you want out of life and what your goals mean and those things that stop you from getting your goals and making sure that they line up with what you want out of life. Like Sean said, protecting your energy is a lot of identifying what's taking it away.
No, I like that. I think it's very important to not limit yourself and to know that anything's attainable. And I say that as in I wasn't supposed to be able to make the amount of money that I make or do the things that I do, but and understand people will always tell, not want to say always, but a lot of there's people that will tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, but yet being able to say, you know what, no, I want to be able to do that. It may not be the easiest road to be able to get there, but understand that you will be able to attain those things over time if you just put the energy towards the things that you want to do. Don't listen to the people that's telling you that you can't do it are the people that's afraid of being able to go out on a limb to be able to try to do the things that you want to attain. So just understand that you can do those things as long as you're willing to put your mind and your time to be able to do those things. So,
All right, that's what's up. So like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like what I had to say, fuck you.
fuck them. fucking girl. Fuck 'em.
Mops.
Well, what's your
It ain't
boy?
nothing but haters out here.
What's your boy? No, hey, you know what? And I don't want to pivot, but I know we about to drop. But nigga, like I was watching, man, Bernie Mac. Dog, like that nigga would get canceled in 2026, nigga.
What?
Nigga,
I hate the black.
Look, I was watching some of the stuff he was saying. I was like, yo, this is like it was okay in the 90s, but goddamn Bernie, like talking about gay. Like, I'm like, look, I fucked with Bernie, he's funny as shit, but I'm like, man, that nigga. But when that, I remember was it he was like, fuck him with the, like that was one of, I can't remember, it might have been Players Club, and I can't remember which whatever, but that nigga like
He's like, yeah, you got my
but yeah, make sure
all day long.
Right. But listen, thank you all. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, as Brian said. Leave a comment. If you got any topic that you want us to hit, we always for it. But thank you all for listening. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, and don't fuck the people that really support us. Only fuck the people that hate us. But you can't have lovers without haters. So I fuck with all y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Peace.